I believe that this would be the biggest upset in mixed martial arts history.
Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to be talking about Daniel Cormier's comments from his YouTube channel about Alex Volkanovski versus Islam Makhachev. DC stated that if Volkanovski wins, it'll be the greatest upset in mixed martial arts history. Greater than St. Pierre versus Serra, greater than Nunes versus Pena, greater than any upset you could ever think of, it'll be greater. If the number one pound for pound fighter in the world right now beats Islam Makhachev, it'll be the greatest upset in UFC history according to DC. But don't take my word for it. Let's see what he says.
How big of an upset would this be if Volkanovski gets it done in Perth, Australia? Love Volk. All the respect in the world for him. I don't think he wins the fight. I think Makhachev is going to be a little too big for him. And he's going to wrestle him and hold him down. I think that's the problem. But when we look at it, though, say he does win the fight, how big of an upset is it? Is it Nunes Cyborg? Is it Sarah George St. Pierre? Is it TJ Dillashaw whenever he beat Renan Barão? Because you got to remember who Renan Barão was thought to be back when TJ Dillashaw fought him the first time. Is it Conor McGregor knocking out Jose Aldo in 14 seconds? I get that Conor McGregor had talked himself to a point that you believed, but all we had saw what Jose Aldo do was win. There have been a number of upsets in mixed martial arts. I still to this day believe Juliana Peña's win over Amanda Nunes is probably the biggest upset in mixed martial arts history because of who Amanda was and what she had become to female fighting. And it seemed as though Amanda was going to be the champion as long as she wanted to hold the belt. In my opinion, Volkanovski wins this fight. It's the biggest. It's bigger than anything we've seen. I believe that this would be the biggest upset in mixed martial arts history. Now, some people will say I say that because of who Makhachev is and our friendship and everything. In 2022, to defend his championship, he didn't lose a round. He is the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world. So some may ask why we would consider it an upset. But I think it's all in the matchup, and it's also all in the guy that he's fighting. I know I have a friendship with Makhachev, but even if I didn't, you can see who this guy is if you have two eyes. You can see how he matches up against pretty much everyone in the world if you have two eyes.
First off, I think that's an absolutely insane take. I think it's out of the realm of like reality that would be the biggest upset in mixed martial arts history. Now I know what you're saying. Well, Daniel Cormier, he's two-division champion. He knows what he's talking about. He's an announcer, a commentator. And I do love when they have actual fighters with experience commentating because they bring that unique personal perspective to the sport that a journalist just can't bring. So I do like that. But that doesn't mean they can't be wrong, and it doesn't mean they can't be biased. Now, obviously, he's biased despite what he says because it's his friend. Islam is his friend. But still, even if that's your friend, that's a crazy-ass take. You know, it's a crazy take. And I'm not saying that Volkanovski's going to win. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying to say that would be the biggest upset in mixed martial arts history is just a whack-ass take. It's crazy. And I really like DC. Obviously, from what he's done in his career and his post-career, I'm a big DC fan, and he's obviously a good dude. He's like everyone's dad when he's coaching wrestling. But it's still a whack-ass take, so I got to call him out and just say, like, that is nuts. So I think that Islam does have the advantage as for my prediction, but I think people are overlooking Volkanovski. And, you know, I put my money where my mouth is. So I put $200 on Volk. If he wins, I get $800. I'm taking that bet. I think people are overlooking him. I think it's a tougher fight. I get there's the size difference. And I know what everyone's saying, that Volkanovski, when he played rugby, he used to be 7'5" and 800 pounds. But it's not going to be an easy fight. And the favor and the size and the wrestling definitely are going to favor Islam. But I still think that Volkanovski, he's been up there for a long time. He knows how to win. His fight IQ is great. So I'm going for the underdog in this one. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Do you think DC was right? Do you think this is going to be the greatest upset in mixed martial arts history, or do you think that's some whack-ass biased take? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to link DC's video in the description. If you agree with him, check it out. Subscribe to his channel. If you don't, subscribe to mine.